So I want to thank one of our sponsors, Knutson Chevrolet. If you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or pre-owned, you'll find it at Knutson Chevrolet in Post Falls. Browse their selection online at www.knutson.com or visit their showroom at 1900 East Polston Avenue in Post Falls. Knutson Chevrolet, where friends have made friends since 1939. Knutson Chevrolet for all your automotive needs and proud supporters of North Idaho athletics. Find new roads at Knutson Chevrolet. So Coeur d'Alene goes down the field on the opening drive, gets the touchdown. So they're up 7-0 early in this one as they're getting ready to kick things off from the 40-yard line.
Ethan Johnson set the kick.
And the kick goes off and received down around the 5. Going to be brought back, and that's number 28 on that one. That's Lane Dunkel on the return. He's going to be swarmed under, and about the 22-yard line is where Sandpoint's going to set things up on offense. So we get to see Parker Pettit and company come out. And senior running back Garrett Cox after the huge game last week. So first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're down 7-0 early. 8:28 left here in the first quarter. Sandpoint showed flashes of a multiple offense last week as they also came out in a wing tee in the second half. As Pettit gets a snap, he's going to hand off to Cox. Stutter step inside. He picks up 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Garrett Cox, the ball carrier, out to the 25-yard line.
So going to gain a 3 officially on first down. Bear Bruner on the tackle.
Gain of 3, it's second down and 7.
Second down and 7 for the Bulldogs on their own 25-yard line. Handoff inside again to Cox. He's going to dive straight ahead, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Cox, the ball carrier, no gain on the play. Cameron Coke in on the tackle.
Cameron Coke, the All-State defensive end, in there on the tackle. Pettit in the gun, gets it out over, looking for number 5, Max Frank, and out of his hands, incomplete. And that's going to bring up fourth down for the Bulldogs. So on that first drive for the Vikings, 4 for 4 was Braden Bankston, as he hit the 24-yarder out to the flat, and Gunnar Julio brought it in for the touchdown for the Vikings for the early 7-0 lead, as Sandpoint's going to punt this one away. Back to kick is Will Hurst. The punt's up and away. Decent kick, high. Nice bounce. Is it going to fall and be picked up by the Coeur d'Alene receiver, Tanner Langley? He's going to bring it across the 45 and be brought down at the 47 of the Vikings, and that's where they're going to set things up.
Tanner Langley on the return.
Thank another one of our sponsors, Super One Foods. The Super One compromise is not an option. We set the standard. Number 1, we have lower prices. Number 2, we make your dollars stretch further. Visit any Super One Foods in Rathdrum, Hayden, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Sandpoint, or Bonners Ferry, and you'll see we set the standard. Everyone at Super One Foods wants to wish the boys good luck in tonight's game. So Vikings set up on offense. Bankston in the shotgun. Up back is Julio. He's going to shovel pass, fake it, keep it. He goes around the left side. He's going to pick up a yard. So second rush of the night for Bankston. That's only 1. So he's got 7 on 2 carries. Dunkel on the tackle for the Bulldogs. I'm going to talk about another player for the Bulldogs out there, Wes Benefield, a stud linebacker. Had a whale of a ball game last week. His snap goes. Bankston inside slant. Finds his receiver there on second down. That's going to be gain of about 11 and a first down for the Vikings.
Pass complete to Sam Ency.
Sam Ency with the reception. So ball in the 42 now for the Bulldogs. It's the Vikings with the football. Driving in, 6:26 left here in the first quarter of play. Julio, the running back, behind Bankston in shotgun, waiting the snap. He's going to get it. Quick pass out to the left side, in and out of the hands, intended for the wide receiver, Enzi.
Second down.
Bring up second down at 10. A no-huddle offense for the Vikings. They're on the road whites, white pants, white jerseys with the blue helmet. Sandpoint in their home scarlet. Red pants, red jerseys, red helmets. Very patriotic look. Tonight's ball game as Bankston's waiting the snap. He's going to drop back. Roll out to his right. Finds a receiver coming across the other side. Nice catch there. That was Tanner Langley with the reception.
Pass complete to Tanner Langley.
And they're going to give him,
Tackle made by Jack
I think,
Zimmerman.
8, maybe 9 yards on the reception.
Gain of 8 on the play. It'll be third
His
down
first of the
and
ball
2.
game. 5:45 left here in the first quarter. Vikings driving. They're up 7-0 on the Bulldogs. Definitely a lot cleaner look for the Vikings in this one, opposed to last week's game, a kind of a disastrous start for Coeur d'Alene. Bankston gets a snap, hands off Julio inside. He's met for a loss. Guess who? That's Wes Benefield. Actually, no, that's number 22. Yeah, that was Wes Benefield on the tackle.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage by Wes Benefield.
That's a loss of 4 on the play.
It'll be fourth down and 4.
So 4th and 4.
For the Vikings.
The loss of 3, sorry. Vikings going to go for it here. So they're on the Sandpoint side of the field. Ball spotted on the 36-yard line. Snap back to Bankston. He's going to roll out to his right. Long pass down the sideline. He's got a man. And in and out of the hands. Nice defense there by number 25, Kobe Barlow. And that pass is going to fall incomplete, and there's going to be a turnover on downs. Good defensive stand there for Sandpoint. So they're going to get the ball with 4:33 left here in the first quarter of play. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Under center is Pettit, wing T look. Handoff inside. Cox dodges one defender. He's up inside. He's still running. Hard yards there. Picks up 6, maybe 7 yards there on first down.
Garrett Cox, the ball carrier.
Officially, they're going to give him
Gain of 7 on the play.
7 on the play. So
3.
second down and 3. Stay in the wing T. Look, do the Bulldogs. They look good in this set. They did really well with it last week against Post Falls. Pettit under center. He can keep it too. Let's not forget about that handoff again to Cox over the right side. He's got the first down and more. Nice pickup there on second down. Gain of 8. And that's a first down for the Bulldogs as they just cross midfield. Ball spot at the 49-yard line. Now they're back in the shotgun. Empty set, 5 wide. Cox in the slot to the right as Coeur d'Alene comes across the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have an offsides on the defense. Every time they went to the set, almost every time last week, Pettit would drop back and keep it. So see if he does the same here.
Neutral zone infraction against the Vikings. That's a 5-yard penalty. First and 5.
A solid secondary for the Vikings, so see if they want to test. Pettit wants to test him with his arm. So empty back set, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Pettit gets a snap. He's going to roll out. Screen over the left side. He finds a man. He's going to dodge one tackle, pick up about 5-6 yards, and that's good for a first down. That was Ari Vandenberg picks up the reception and the first down.
Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. That's another Bulldogs first down.
So first reception of the game, first pass of the game. Good for 6 in the first down. Ball spotted the 38-yard line of the Vikings. Snap back, roll out. Pettit's going to keep it. He's inside, dodges one tackle. He's across for 11-yard gain, but a flag on the play. We'll see if this one comes back.
He's tackled by Matic Machuski. Flags down.
We got a flag on the play. Let's see where he might have had a holding on there. See if this one comes back, and it is.
Holding against Bulldogs.
They'll negate the 11-yard gain and end up turning into a 12-yard loss. Bring up first down and about
10 yards from the spot of the
22.
Ball's placed at the 50-yard line. It's first down.
Yeah, so first down at 22 for the Bulldogs. Sandpoint on a great drive, and can't have mistakes like that. Let's see if they can recover here. Snap goes back, inside handoff, fake keeper by Pettit. He's off to the races, out to the right side, dodges one tackle, met big. He's going to pick up a gain of 2 after some damage done by the Coeur d'Alene defenders. Griffin on the tackle for the Vikings. Coeur d'Alene up 7-0, 2:12 left here in the first quarter of play. Ball on the 48-yard line. Man, that 2 plays ago, they went from the 26-yard line all the way back to the 50 or the 49 on the opposite side. As Pettit drops back to pass, screen play. Cox with the ball. He's got offensive players in front. He's going to spin around, dodge a couple tackles, picks up a decent gain on second down. He's going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. So he picks up 10 on the reception.
It'll be third down and 11.
So third and a long 10, maybe 11 yards.
Third down and 11 for the Bulldogs.
Single back set, Cox in the backfield. Probably going to have to pass here, third down. Maybe see if they can cut it in half and go 2 downs here. Pettit's going to drop back. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to pass over to the left side. Max Frank was open but fell down on his cut, and ball goes incomplete. So that brings up fourth down and 11 yards to go. Ball on the 39-yard line of the Vikings. Just over 1 minute left here in the opening quarter of play. Beautiful evening at Sandpoint, right along the shores of the lake. Pettit on the cadence. He's going to change the play. Need 11 yards for the first down here. He's going to drop back to pass. He's hit as he throws and dodges a bullet there as the ball harmlessly hits the turf, but that could have been disastrous as incomplete pass there on fourth down. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Yeah, well, it started as a great drive for the Bulldogs. Stalls on a penalty and then a couple incomplete passes. And here we are, 1:08 left in the first quarter. Coeur d'Alene's going to get the ball back. Ball on the 39-yard line. If you're looking to quit smoking, chewing, or vaping, it's tough, and so are you. If you want to quit, there's help. You can visit projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW today. I want to thank our sponsors, Project Filter, as Coeur d'Alene's going to come out on offense. Bankston, quarterback, single back set behind him is Julio. In motion's Jake Houle. Pass out to the right side to Cope. He's going to pick up 6 on first down. McCorkle on the tackle for the Bulldogs. So second down and 4.
zone 45.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line of the Vikings. Bankston's waiting the snap. He's going to change the play. They're going to look to the sideline. Looking for a signal. Snap. He's going to drop back. Quick pass out to the flat. Knocked down by Garrett Cox. Pass deflected there at the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Great play by Cox, who had a whale of a ball game on offense, but had probably an equally solid game on defense against Post Falls last week. So he had, I believe it was 5 tackles for loss in the ball game and a couple sacks. So in the backfield for the Vikings is number 41, Rob Collier, senior running back, 5'8", 180-pounder. Bankston, the signal caller, waiting for the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. He gets the snap. Quick pass inside. Cope gets it. He's going to be wrangled and swarmed under. And actually, that was number 88, Colton Farrar, on the reception. He's going to pick up the 1st down.
First and 10 Vikings.
So 10-yard reception there for Farrar. Vikings, 2 receivers left to the right, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. So after 1, Coeur d'Alene is up 7-0 on the Bulldogs. You're listening to North Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
And we're back here on NorthIdahoSports.com at the end of 1. Coeur d'Alene up 7-0 on the home Sandpoint Bulldogs, the number 2 4A team in the state of Idaho. What we anticipated this week, Brandon Bainey and I talked about it in the prep cast. The game, maybe one of the games of the week in the state of Idaho as far as any of them go. It's going to be what we expected to be a heck of a ball game, and it's been that such early. Coeur d'Alene looking to drive here to start things off in the second quarter. Play as we switched sides of the field. So Coeur d'Alene now going from right to left across the screen. Bankston's having a heck of a ball game. He's 8 of 10 so far passing in this one. He's got a touchdown. That was a 24-yarder to Gunnar Julio. Bankston gets a handoff. Julio across the right side, breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of maybe 1. We knew Sandpoint's defense was good, and they're showing it here early, holding their own against these Vikings. So 2nd down and 9, ball on the 44-yard line. Bankston gets the snap, low snap. He picks up, shovel pass out to the right to Collier. He's going to gain 1 and be brought down. Maybe just a short gain as we got a helmet on the field rolling across, and that was Wes Benefield's helmet came off. That was actually a lateral, so I think they're going to call that a rush. So 3rd down and 8 for the Vikings. In at tight end is Camden DeGraw. I believe that is. Got a new number out there. Snap. Ooh, almost over the head of Bankston. He's going to wrangle the snap. Long pass out to the left. He's got Sanders wide open. Sorry, Griffin. That was Griffin wide open on the left. He's going to be brought down. Big gain. They're going to get a 34-yard gain on 3rd down and 8. So Griffin with the deep ball, that's going to be spotted just on the 12-yard line. 34, gain of 34 yards there on 3rd and long. So first down at 10 from the 12. Bankston with the snap. He's going to hand it off inside. Collier spins out of the tackle. Finally brought down the backfield by Wes Benefield. Big stop, and I think they're going to get a taunting on that one as he had the big stop. And that may give the Vikings a cheap first down. Big stop. Did everything right. Loss of 3 on the play as we await the count off. We got dead ball and sportsmanlike, and that was against Benefield. The home fans aren't appreciative of that call, but a little barking and chipping after that one, so they'll walk it off half the distance to the goal and be an automatic first down. So bring up first down and goal. Ball's going to be spotted just shy of the 7-yard line.
Ball's now at the 8-yard line.
8-yard line. So bring up first down. Or 3rd down. Huh. I thought it was an automatic first, but they're going to say it's 3rd down and 6. Snap goes back to Banks and screen play. He's going to get out left side. That's Collier that gets it in for the touchdown. 6-yard TD or 7-yard TD for Collier. And that's in for a Viking touchdown. So just like that, you go from defensive stand, what would have been 3rd down and 13 goes to 3rd and manageable, and they get the screen play and hit it for a touchdown. So Vikings up 13-0, waiting the extra point from Bankston. Snap back, kicks up, and knocks it home. Nice boot there from Bankston. We got another flag on the play. We'll see what's happening here as we got some more chirping after the play, and I think that they're going to get one of the Vikings on that one. Little extracurriculars after the extra point. So that will be probably tagged onto the kickoff. So the try is good. 14-0 lead for the Vikings. It's not like Sandpoint can't score quickly, as they can get yards in bunches. I want to thank another one of our sponsors. Portable Cedar Cabins in Spirit Lake builds custom park model and tiny model cabins that utilize every nook and cranny for user efficiency and comfort. The open, spacious rooms combined with innovative designs bring home the quality of living experience you get from a full-size custom home. Check out their work and find out more information online at www.portablecedarcabins.com. Portable Cedar Cabins, a great place to work, too. Visit them at 241 Industrial Park in Spirit Lake, Idaho, for employment opportunities. Dave at Portable Cedar Cabins wants to wish the Sandpoint boys good luck in tonight's ball game. I want to thank another one of our sponsors, Inside Advisors, located in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, is a locally owned independent insurance brokerage specializing in all forms of insurance, from home, auto, commercial, and everything in between, offering over 40 carriers to meet your personal or business needs. They're licensed in Idaho, Washington, Montana, and Oregon. For a free call, give them a call, 208-660-2019, or visit their website at www.insightadvisors.net for more information. Proud sponsors of academics and athletics in North Idaho. 9:45 left here in the second quarter of play as we're waiting the kickoff from the Vikings. They're up 14-0 on the Bulldogs from Sandpoint. So the penalty is going to be enforced on the kickoff. So Coeur d'Alene kicking off from the 25-yard line. So expect decent field position for the Bulldogs. Big kick there. It's going to be received and brought up the field. That's number 21, McCorkle, and he's going to be swarmed under, and he's going to get to about the 33-yard line. And that's where Sandpoint's going to set up on offense. So first down for the Bulldogs at their own 33-yard line. Pettit in the shotgun. He's going to call for the snap. He's going to keep it, roll out, look for the option, pitch to Cox. Dodges one tackle, just a bowling ball straight ahead. Goes over one defender, and he's going to pick up a tough 3 on first down. So second down at 7. Pettit back in the shotgun. Cox a single back set behind him. 2 receivers to the top and 2 to the right side of the formation. Sandpoint going from left to right. Headed towards the lake in the second quarter of play. 9 minutes left. Pettit with the snap. He's going to keep it, go straight ahead. He's going to pick up 1 on the quarterback carry. Coeur d'Alene wasn't fooled on that one. Little zone read look and only gets 1. So third down, 7 yards. Call it a long 6.
Third down and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Pettit the gun, waiting the snap. He fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it again. Dodges one tackle. Big gain there on third down. He's going to be close to the first, maybe just shy, as we got another flag on the play. This one's getting chippy. Kind of expected it coming in here as these teams faced each other all summer at camp and now battling for the supremacy in North Idaho. Some IEL bragging rights at stake. Nice gain there on third down, but we'll have to see who the penalty's on. They got unsportsmanlike on the Vikings. So the gain of 6 will stick. And then we're going to pick up the first down on the other side. 15-yard penalty, which brings up first down at 10. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line of the Vikings. So big gain added on just to the extracurriculars. Empty back set for the Bulldogs. Pettit in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. He's going to keep it, run straight ahead. Quarterback draw all the way. Spins out of one tackle. He's going to dodge another. Picks up another big gain. And they're going to get 10 yards on first down. I think they're going to give him the first. If not, he's just shy. We'll see. He's close. Now they gave him 9, so he's just shy. So second and a short 1. So empty back set still there. 4 receivers off to the right side. Pettit, he's going to roll. He's going to look. Inside screen, gets it inside. He's got his man. And down to the 30-yard line is Vandenberg. So pick up a 4, and that's good enough for a first down. So 7:20 left here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs driving on the Vikings now as they got the ball on the 30-yard line. Offense clicking now. It's Pettit in the shotgun. 2 of the better quarterbacks in the state in this one, too. We've seen it. Pettit's going to hand off to Cox straight ahead. He's got blockers, and he's going to get down just shy of the 25-yard line. So a gain of 4, almost 5 yards on first down.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6. Jackson Berger on the tackle.
Berger on the tackle for the Vikings. Wing T set now. Pettit under center. Quick look, inside handoff. Cox gets nothing doing on the dive play. Trying to catch the Vikings off offset there on their defense as they still had their DBs out there out wide with the slot receivers. Couldn't adjust quick enough. Still in the wing T look. Now Pettit back under center. 6 minutes left here in the first half of play. Coeur d'Alene up 14-0. Sandpoint driving. End around, fumbled, and it's on the dirt. It's going to be picked up coming back the other way. And that is number 24. Actually, I don't have that man on my roster. They got Tanner Langley, so that was 21 on the fumble return for the touchdown. Now it's picked up on the 35 and ran all the way back as we got a Sandpoint offensive player down on the field. That was Vandenberg who had the ball and fumbled. We got a timeout. Coeur d'Alene takes that one and gets a defensive touchdown out of it. So 20-0 lead for the Vikings as we got a player down. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back here shortly on IdahoSports.com.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
And we're back as the kick is up and away and good from Bankston. The 65-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Tanner Langley. It keeps the Vikings up 21-0. Bulldogs had a nice drive put together and had a turnover that went sour on them, and their drive stalled out deep in Viking territory. So defensive touchdown for the Vikings, and just like that, it's a 3-possession ball game with 5:50 left here in the first half of play. I want to thank our sponsor, Knutson Chevrolet in Post Falls. If you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or pre-owned, you'll find it at Knutson Chevrolet in Post Falls. Browse their selection online at www.knutson.com or visit their showroom at 1900 East Polston Avenue in Post Falls. Knutson Chevrolet, we're friends, have been friends since 1939. Knutson Chevrolet for all your automotive needs and proud supporters of North Idaho athletics. Find new roads at Knutson Chevrolet. As Vikings looking to kick things off here after the defensive touchdown, and we'll see Sandpoint go back on offense again. Got some games going on of interest around the state as well, as Lakeland's playing down at Columbia tonight, down in Nampa. Post Falls is on the road down in Rigby. We have Kellogg taking on Corvallis, Montana. As ball's going to be received and brought back upfield. And that is number 21, McCorkle. Breaks one tackle across the 40, down to the 43-yard line. Big return. That's exactly what Sandpoint needed to get things underway here on offense. And I believe we got another, is that another flag on the play? No, it's a piece of equipment off of somebody's helmet. Had some penalties early in this one, and wouldn't surprise you to see some more laundry on the field. So first down for Sandpoint. Ball at the 43-yard line. Nice return from McCorkle's. Handoff goes to Cox. Big run right side. Dodges one tackle. He's still on his feet across midfield down to the 45. Big gain, 13 yards on first down. Just like that, Sandpoint's across midfield and into Viking territory again. Oh, they said his knee was down, so they put it at the 46. Still a first down. Handoff again. Cox on the left side. He's going to try it over there. He keeps it, dodges one defender, goes back inside across the 40, and he's brought down for a gain of 8 on first down. Man, he ran about 30 yards for an 8-yard gain on that play. Just at the 5-minute mark left here in the first half of play. 21-0, Vikings with the lead over the Bulldogs. As Pettit waits for the snap, he's going to roll handoff again inside. Cox on the draw play. One tackle, one defender takes two with him, and he's going to get a big gain on second down and short. He's all the way down to the 26-yard line. 27-yard line, so a gain of, 12 yards? So first down for Sandpoint. Gain of 12, and Berger on the tackle for Coeur d'Alene. Pettit, he drops back, looks for his receiver out to left, and it's dropped in and out of the hands of, he's looking for Max Frank, the sophomore wide receiver. So Pettit in the shotgun. Second down and 10. Sandpoint putting drives together. As Pettit puts it on the ground, dodges one tackle. He's inside. He's going to get a nice gain there on second down and bring it down to third down and short, almost 8 yards on the play. I think they're going to give him 7 on the spot. So 3rd and 4, long 3. Handoff, Cox backside on the counter play. Takes one tackler and a defender with him, and he's going to gain right close to the line to gain. Down to the 21-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain, good for a first down. So move the chains now. New set of downs for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 16-yard line of the Vikings. Here comes Sandpoint right down the field. See if they can catch the Vikings sleeping here. We got a timeout on the field. Sandpoint wants to think about it. So we will take a timeout as well. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on IdahoSports.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
21-0 the score, but Sandpoint threatening here with 3:30 left in the second quarter play. From beautiful Sandpoint, Idaho, on the shores of Lake Pend Oreille, the Vikings are ahead. Offense finally moving in the second quarter for the Bulldogs as Garrett Cox has woken up. The beast is awake now and getting some big gains here on actually early downs. They're picking up big gains on first and second down. It's really making the offense click. So let's see if they can get it in the end zone here and strike pay dirt. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line of the Vikings. Pettit in the shotgun. Actually, he's under center, wing T look. He's going to hand off to Cox, the up back. Spins out of one tackle, met by 3 more defenders, though. Short gain on the play. They're going to get him down to about the 19-yard line, so a gain of, sorry, not 19-yard line. Go backwards. Sorry, down to the 14-yard line, so a 3-yard gain. Second down and 7. Pettit under center. Handoff inside again to Cox. He's over the right side trying to look for a push. Met by a host of Viking defenders, and I think there's going to be no gain on the play. So 3rd down and 7. If you're looking for statewide sports action, IdahoSports.com is your place. Tune in anytime. Live broadcasts all across the state of Idaho in every district every week. At least try to. Pettit's in the shotgun, empty set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Snap comes back. He's going to roll out to his right. Looks back to the left. Quick screen pass out there. Picked up by the receiver. Nice gain on 3rd down. It's going to bring up 4th down and short. Pick up of 6 yards. They'll bring it down about 4th down and 1. trying to get a number on that one. Nathan Rozier on the reception.
Ball's down at the 8-yard line. It's 4th down and 2 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Robert on the reception there. Number 24. So 4th and 1. Inside handoff, wing T. Cox runs into the quarterback, and he's met by a host of defenders, and no gain on the play. Turnover on downs. Coeur d'Alene stands their ground there. And what was an awesome drive by the Bulldogs. Using up about 5 minutes and change, ends up turning into no points. And they come up empty-handed. I don't blame the coach for going for it there. I mean, you've been able to run the ball all night. I think there was just a little bit of miscommunication in the backfield, and they ran into each other. And just enough to let the defense catch up to the running play of Garrett Cox. So Coeur d'Alene with a long field in front of them. 1:36 left here in the first half to play. They're up 21-0. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. Bankston, he's going to roll out to his left. He's looking for help. Has a receiver out there coming across. And he finds him. Breaks one tackle down the left sideline. Breaks another, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And that was Griffin with the big gain on first down. But we got a flag on the play. I think this one's coming back. And that is, there's holding on the play, so the ball's coming back. Negates the huge gain on first down. It'll be half the distance to the goal. Ball's going to be spotted just on the other side of the 5-yard line.
Penalty against the Vikings. Ball moved back to the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 15.
So 1st down, 15 yards. Coeur d'Alene, Bankston in the shotgun. 1:28 left here in the first half. As Bankston waits the snap. Over his head. That's going to go out of bounds for a safety. Just like that, Sandpoint's on the board. And they're going to be getting the ball back with 1:28 left here in the first half play. Finally, something goes right for Sandpoint as the snap goes over the head of Bankston and out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone. We'll see if Sandpoint can do something with it here. Hopefully they can strike quick. I want to thank another one of our sponsors, Sargent's Restaurant in Hayden. Proud sponsor of Coeur d'Alene football. Sargent's has been a North Idaho institution for over 75 years, featuring the best prime rib in North Idaho hand-cut steaks and seafood. Open Monday through Saturday for lunch from 11 to 2 and dinner from 5 till close. Come visit Sargent's for lunch and dinner at 9021 North Government Way in Hayden. Go Vikings. So Sandpoint goes down on defense, gets Coeur d'Alene backed into a corner, and the snap goes over Bankston's head out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone. So 21-2, the lead for the Vikings. As they're going to be kicking off from the 20-yard line. So Sandpoint could get the ball with good field position and still some time left. 1:28 left here in the first half. See if they can make a dent in the Viking lead. As we're awaiting the kickoff from the Vikings. And off the right foot, kind of a twisting squib, take a huge bounce, going to be picked up by McCorkle. He's going to come up the field. He dodges one defender. Nice return. He's down across the 45 to the 46. And that's where Sandpoint will start on their end of the field. So 54 yards away from the end zone with 1:22 left here in the first half.
Returned out to the 46-yard line. First down, Bulldogs.
So Bulldogs first down at 10. Pettit's going to be in the shotgun. It's not like the Bulldogs haven't been having an awesome night on offense. They've just stalled on a few drives and had a turnover. Swing pass over the left side. Huge hit. And I don't know if they're going to give him the catch and the fumble. Could have been incomplete. We'll see what they call here, but a huge, huge hit on the screen on Cox. And Coeur d'Alene wants to say they have it. The referees are going to talk about it and see what happened. I don't know if Cox got to make a move or not, but they're going to say it is incomplete, and I think that's the right call. As Garrett Cox was absolutely rocked by the linebacker. Mallory on the huge stick. Pettit's going to be back in the shotgun. Second down and 10, 1:15 left in the first half. He drops back to pass. Here comes the rush from Cope. He's going to miss. Pettit keeps it. He's going to dodge one tackle. He's across 50, down to the 45. Big gain on second down. Will bring up third down. That's 9 yards on the scramble. So they'll bring up third down and 1 to go with 54 and counting. So 2 timeouts left for the Bulldogs, as well as Pettit's waiting for the snap. He's going to hand off to the running back. Nice run there on first down or third down. Picking up the first down is Owen Wimmer. Decent gain on the play. And Parasini on the tackle, but a nice gain. I believe that's a gain of 8. And that'll be a timeout of the play. We'll keep it right here and thank another one of our sponsors. Super One Foods never compromises. It's never an option. They set the standard. Number 1, they have lower prices. And number 2, they make your dollar stretch further. Visit any Super One Foods in North Idaho and Rathdrum, Hayden, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Sandpoint, and Bonners Ferry, and you will see they set the standard. Everyone at Super One Foods wants to thank their patrons and wish the boys good luck tonight in tonight's game. Also want to thank another of our sponsors. Portable Cedar Cabins in Spirit Lake builds custom park model and tiny model cabins that utilize every nook and cranny for the user's efficiency and comfort. The open, spacious rooms combined with innovative design features brings home that quality of living experience that you can get from a full-size custom home. Check out their work and find out more information online at www.portablecedarcabins.com. Portable Cedar Cabins is a great place to work, too. Visit them at 241 Industrial Park in Spirit Lake for employment opportunities. And go Bulldogs. So, first down to 10, ball at the 37-yard line, 40 seconds left. Pettit in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's looking for a receiver. Wimmer at running back. He's got a receiver down the left sideline, puts it over the top, and big catch. They're going to say he's out of bounds. Max Frank brought it in, and they're going to say his foot was on the boundary. Wow, couldn't make that pass any better. That was an absolute dime. But the defender just pushed him out of bounds. So incomplete, brings up second down and 10. Excellent effort there by the sophomore wide receiver. Over the shoulder catch of the defender in his face. So second down and 10, Wimmer in the backfield still. Pettit's going to drop back. He scrambles, steps up in the pocket. He's going to be swarmed and brought down and sacked for a 2-yard loss and a timeout on the field. I'm waiting for the sack number on that one. I think that was Cope in there.
Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be third down and 12.
So third down and 12 with 24 seconds left. I think another sponsor, Inside Advisors. Insurance Services located in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, is a locally owned independent insurance brokerage. They specialize in all forms of insurance, from home, auto, commercial, and everything in between, offering over 40 carriers to meet your personal and business needs. They're licensed in Idaho, Washington, Montana, and Oregon. For a free quote, you can give them a call at 208-660-2019 or go to their website for a free quote, you can go to www.insightadvisors.net for more information. Proud supporters of academics and athletics in North Idaho. So 24 seconds left here in the first half of play. 3rd down and 12 for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. See if they can cut it in half here, at least. Give themselves a couple more chances at the end zone. So 2 receivers left to the right. Pettit drops back to pass. Man, his face, he's going to be wrapped up. Dodges 1 defender. Finally, Cope brings him down on the 46-yard line on the opposite side of the field. Big sack there on 3rd down, and time winding down, and I think that's going to be the last play of the first half. So 4th down and long, and that's going to do it as we close the first half of play. 21-2, the lead for the Coeur d'Alene Vikings. We'll come back in about 4 minutes with some statistics from the first half of play. And we'll have some more for you here on IdahoSports.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas.
That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors.
The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is.
Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
And we're back here at Sandpoint at halftime. Coeur d'Alene with a 21-2 lead over the Bulldogs. And it was a physical first half of play from both teams. Sandpoint's not like they didn't get things going on offense. They just stalled on three drives and had it deep in Coeur d'Alene territory, 4 consecutive drives, the last one of which ended in back-to-back sacks and took them out of scoring position as time ran out. Coeur d'Alene opened things up the night, a 34-yard touchdown from Bankston to, guess who? That was Gunnar Julio out of the backfield, a 34-yard TD 24-yard TD connection for him. In the ball game so far, some statistics in the first half. Bankston, 10 of 18 for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns here in the first half of play. No turnovers is the key stat for the Vikings. Rushing the ball tonight, not too good for the Vikings, actually. When you had an all-state running back, Julio's only got, 4 carries for 1 yard. And then we've got Bankston. He's got 2 carries for 7 yards. And then Collier's come in. He's got 2 carries for -2. So stout defense for Sandpoint. I think they want to stop Coeur d'Alene's running game, and they've done that so far, but Bankston's made them pay through the air. Sandpoint, though, 2 costly turnovers in this one so far, 2 fumbles, one of them which going back for a touchdown, 65-yard touchdown return. And that was by our good friend Tanner Langley, ran that one back 65 yards to pay dirt. And that's where we stand, the 3 TDs. Also another TD in the ballgame, 7-yard reception by Collier on a screen play the left side, and he scored that one off the turnover from Sandpoint as well. So a turnover on downs ended up leading to a touchdown for the Vikings. And just like that, here we are, 21-2. Sandpoint got their score on a safety. A snap over the head of Bankston from the 7-yard line of the Vikings goes out the back of the end zone, and that got them on the board for the first time tonight. And some statistics for the Bulldogs in the first half: 4 of 9 passing for 26 yards for Parker Pettit. 1 fumble, obviously, in this one for them. And then some rushing statistics on the game, 31. That's Wimmer has 9 yards on 1 carry. Cox, 12 carries, 65 yards. And Pettit, 9 carries for 23 yards. -4 yards rushing. And that was for Ari Vandenberg. So, I mean, like I said, Sandpoint's had their chances here in the first half of play. It's not like they haven't been driving on the Vikings. They just need to be able to convert and strike pay dirt. They've been stopped short, turnover on downs, and a couple fumbles. Hasn't done the Bulldogs any favors here in the first half of play. Coeur d'Alene been able to be steady. The no turnovers, obviously, got the 1 turnover on downs early on in the first quarter on their second drive of the game. But Sandpoint's been hanging tough. The score doesn't really indicate how tight this game has been played, obviously, but Coeur d'Alene looking to stretch their legs in the second half of play. I hope Sandpoint comes out and makes some adjustments. They have had their chances. They just need to be able to get down the field and find their way into the end zone. As we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back here in about 60 seconds on IdahoSports.com.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
And we are back in Sandpoint at halftime, 21-2, the lead for the Coeur d'Alene Vikings over the home Sandpoint Bulldogs, the #2 ranked team in 4A in the state of Idaho. Obviously, Coeur d'Alene, the 5A team, so Sandpoint playing up this week, and I think it's a great test for them as they're looking to have some high aspirations for this season. Obviously, we've talked about it, Brandon Bainey and I, in the prep cast on who the favorites are for this year's 4A state title, and Sandpoint is definitely in the discussion. They got a bunch of talent in their backfield and some young receivers that can get up the field. Parker Pettit, obviously the signal caller. He was the player of the year in conference last year. It could be a championship affair for the Bulldogs, but obviously you got to take care of things each week. Next week, Sandpoint's in action on the road at Colville, a 1A team in the state of Washington. A solid program are the Indians, a running team as well. So should be a good ball game, a battle of ball carriers in that one. Coeur d'Alene's going to be at home next week. They are hosting West Valley from Yakima. The Rams are hitting the road. They're going to head over to Coeur d'Alene and take on the Vikings in that one. So it'll be a home game finally for the Vikings as they're taking on the Washington Rams out of Yakima, a decent team out of the Mid-Valley Conference, or Mid-Columbia Conference. And some scores around the state of Idaho. Obviously, we're back a little bit on quarters, but in action, Highland right now in the second quarter over Logan, 34-0. Preston over Star Valley, 15-14. South Fremont taking care of Salmon right now, 34-0. Mountain View is leading Rocky Mountain, 26-20. That is a battle down in southern Idaho. Rigby up big on Post Falls, 28-7. That game's in the third. Eagle leading Cuna, 35-0. Meridian up on Centennial, that's 28-0. That game is on IdahoSports.com as well. Skyline leading Thunder Ridge, 19-12. Westside over Snake River, 27-0. Bishop Kelly leading Bora, 31-6. Idaho Falls and Blackfoot are knotted at 21 in the third quarter of play down there. Emmett and Weiser, a great game this week with some implications obviously down 3A and 4A teams, but both those have state title aspirations as well. 14 all in that one. Hillcrest and Valley View. Hillcrest up 14-8. Shelley over Sugar Salem, 20-7. And some other scores of note. Skyview leading Nampa, 7-0. Lakeland leading Columbia, 19-0. Finally, the Hawks have woken up on offense, and they are leading Columbia down in Nampa, 19-0 in that ball game. So some good news for there. Obviously, Coeur d'Alene up over Sandpoint here, 21-2. Timberlake leads Shadle Park. And that's the scores of note so far listed in the state of Idaho for this evening. We'll get some more updates later on as we go throughout the evening as well. Keep an eye on that Lakeland game. Awesome job for the Hawks leading Columbia down there in Nampa. As the Hawks have been the road warriors this year, playing a game in Butte. Obviously had the home game and they lost to Lake City last week, and now playing on the road down in Nampa. So we're about ready to get the warm-ups going after halftime. The adjustments are made. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll bring it back for the second half of play here on IdahoSports.com.
We're surrounded by viruses. If you're young and healthy, most don't pose a threat. But if you vape, you could be breaking down your body's ability to defend itself. The chemicals in vapor, like propylene glycol, glycerol, and metal particles, damage your lungs on a cellular level. And that damage in here leaves you at risk to the viruses out there. Get the sick truth about vaping at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
And we're back here from Memorial Stadium, Sandpoint, Idaho, on the shores of Lake Pend Oreille. A beautiful evening. It's just been absolutely gorgeous up here. Coeur d'Alene with a 21-2 lead over the home Bulldogs, the number 2 team in 4A in the state of Idaho. Coeur d'Alene just outside looking in the state rankings. They lost last week, obviously, to Lehigh. In that one, a tough loss, 33-7. Lehigh, no slouch, though. A 6A team in Utah took care of business on Saturday. That game was down in Madison. Speaking of Madison, they're taking on Lewiston tomorrow. That game of note in the IEL has some implications at stake for Lewiston's looking at state berth and rankings, man. The Bengals took care of business against Cuna last week, and they're taking on Madison. That is a home game, and you can actually catch that on IdahoSports.com tomorrow. I believe that kickoff is at 3 o'clock for that one from Bengal Field down in Lewiston. As teams are warming up here in Sandpoint, it's been a defensive battle with a weird score, but the defensive battle nonetheless. Sandpoint has held Coeur d'Alene to a total of 8 yards rushing. I mean, we can talk about that all night. It's been Bankston, though, throwing the ball in this one has kept the Vikings. He's obviously, we talked about stats at halftime, 10 of 18 for 138 and 2 TDs. The other TD for the Vikings coming on a 65-yard fumble return for a touchdown from Langley. And that's where we stand now. It's 21-2, the safety. The ball snapped over the head of Bankston on the 7-yard line, goes out of the back of the end zone, so Sandpoint picked up their points that way. Excuse me. As we're about a minute away from starting things off here in the second half of play. So we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll bring it on back here on IdahoSports.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
And we're back for the second half of play as we're about ready to get things underway as Bankston takes his last few warm-up throws. And the Bulldogs will be receiving to start things off here in the second half. So we'll see the Vikings defense out on the field and see if Sandpoint can finally convert and punch things in and get a touchdown. Sandpoint without senior Nate Blagrove in tonight's ball game. As we're about ready to kick things off, both teams are hitting the field, getting instructions from their special teams coaches. Do you have talent? Do you have what it takes to do what I do, and that's broadcast? IdahoSports.com is always looking for broadcasters to spread their reach across the state of Idaho. So if you're looking to join the team, you can reach Paul at editor@IdahoSports.com for more information on how to be a broadcaster. Also look for writers, photographers, producers, camera operators, and salespeople. So if you're looking for an employment opportunity, like I said, contact Paul Kingsbury, editor@IdahoSports.com for more information. IdahoSports.com does a lot more than just broadcasting. Continue to check back to the website for updated scores, schedules, standings, polls, action, photo galleries, podcasts, and more. Written content from every corner of the state of Idaho and every district. You can get that stuff, and that's the only place in the state of Idaho you can get content from every district, and that's on IdahoSports.com. So Coeur d'Alene lining things up, teeing it up, ready to kick it away to the Bulldogs. So you've got Wayne Dunkel back to receive, as well as Luke McCorkle, the two senior DBs. And the kick up and away for the Vikings. Deep kick. It's going to take Dunkel back to the 5 where he picks it up. He's across the 10, looking for a lane. He picks up a blocker across the 20 to the 25, slips a tackle. He gets knocked out of bounds around the 33, 34-yard line. A decent return for Dunkel. They're going to spot him at 31 was where he was knocked out of bounds. So decent field position to kick things off and start it for the Bulldogs. So Parker Pettit and company going to bring the crew out to the line of scrimmage. So first down at 10. Pettit in the shotgun. Bulldogs going left to right. So he's got Garrett Cox in the backfield with him, the single back. 2 receivers to each side. Inside handoff to Cox. He's going to run it here on first down. Dodges one tackler, tries to get around the outside edge. He's going to pick up another blocker. He's going to drag some defenders, 4 guys on his back as he takes it to the 38-yard line. So a gain of 7 on first down. Nice run there on first down for Garrett Cox. Brings up second down and 3. Absolute workhorse. So Pettit in the shotgun. Gets the handoff. He's going to keep it. Fakes it to Cox. He's going to keep it around the left side. Right up the middle. Down Main Street. Nice gain. Picks up 7 and the first down. Cope on the tackle. So first down, new set of downs. Ball at the 45-yard line. So back-to-back running plays. 14 yards on 2 rushes to start the second half as Sandpoint comes out in the wing T set. Pettit under center. Handoff inside Cox. He's going to dodge a defender. Goes right up the middle. Hard running, 5 yards on first down. Ball's going to be at the 50-yard line. So second down and 5. So we're just almost to the 10.5-minute mark in the third quarter. Pettit in the under center, inside handoff. Cox again, right side. He has blockers, picks up 10, now 15 yards on the carry, down to the 35-yard line, the 36, so 14 on the gain officially. So first down for Sandpoint as they're moving the chains here to start the second half. They've been able to do this all game. Let's see if they can convert and finally get some points off of it. As we got flag on the play. We'll see what the call is, either offsides or a neutral zone infraction. Or yeah, they did. A neutral zone infraction, 5-yard gain. That's on the Vikings, so I'll back them up. Vikings with 7 penalties in the game so far. As we are under 10 minutes here in the third quarter. Sandpoint moving the ball. So first down and 5. Ball at the 31-yard line. Handoff inside, Cox over the right side. Dodges one defender. He's going to take it across the 25, almost the 24. On first down, that's good. That's good for a first down gain of 6. 7 yards on the carry, actually. So first down for the Bulldogs. Ball on the 24-yard line. 9 minutes and 30. 21-2 the lead for Coeur d'Alene, with Sandpoint threatening now, bringing it down the field. Pettit under center. They've been successful in the wing T against this defense. They've been able to run the ball. Handoff inside, Cox right side. Dodges one defender. He's going to push the pile. Gets an extra block. Kind of slips out to the right side. Nice gain there. Gets it down to the 21, so a gain of 4. And a long 3. So second down and 7 now. With Pettit back under center. Wing T look. It's like watching Timberlake. Pettit's going to get the snap, inside handoff. He's going to drop back wide open down the middle of the field. Catches him sleeping. Touchdown, Sandpoint. You knew it was coming, and there it was. Connor Hinberg right down the seam. We got a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is, but I think it's on the defense. They might have gotten roughing. And they're going to defer, and that's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. What a play, man. The deception gets them 6. So 21 yards on the TD. And the kick is up and away, and it's good. It's the 21-9. We got ourselves a ball game. Sandpoint goes down the field and gets a touchdown. With 8:38 left here in the third quarter of play, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
And we're back. Sandpoint Memorial Field, 21-9, the lead now for the Vikings as Sandpoint just went down the field on the opening drive of the second half to punch it in on a 21-yard touchdown pass from Pettit to number 17, Connor Hinberg, slipped out undetected, wide open down the middle of the field. He just had to wait for it for about 5-6 seconds and got the touchdown there for the youngster. That's a sophomore on the touchdown reception. And Sandpoint way to kick things off. They're kicking from the 45-yard line of the Vikings after the penalty on that play enforced on the kickoff. Can all but assume this is going to go out of the back of the end zone unless they're going to try an onside here, which they could. They will put the boot into it, and they're going to kick it over the cages. That went almost to the lake. That's a heck of a boot there to kick it off. And we're going to start 8:38 left here in the third quarter play. Coeur d'Alene's going to have the ball starting things off at the 20-yard line. That's where Bankston and company will come out. That was a heck of a boot. That ball may have got wet. Gone to the drink. So Bankston in the shotgun. Julio in the backfield next to him. 4 receivers set, 2 to the left, motion receiver. Coming across. Bankston looks, he's going to roll out to his left. Screen pass set up. Julio slipping in the backfield. He's going to dodge one defender. He's going to bring it across the 26 to the 27-yard line. So a gain of 7 on first down. That was Collier, actually. I'm sorry, that's Collier out of the backfield for the 7-yard gain. So I haven't seen Julio out there, but Collier's in the backfield. Julio hasn't played running back since the early part of the second quarter. Bankston gets the snap, fakes the handoff, inside pass, finds his receiver. And that was number 9, Caleb Short. No, that was Jake Wally. Sorry, that was Jake Wally on the reception. So picks up the first down on the play. Ball on the 36, so a gain of 6 on that one. Snap back, Bankston drops back, swings it out to the right side to Collier. He's going to be met for a loss on that one. Loss of 3, maybe 4. And that was a forward pass. Cox on the tackle. 3-yard loss. So second 13. Bankston in the shotgun. Collier in the backfield with him. Receiver in motion, cross to the right. We're going to run it here. Collier's going to go around the right side. He's going to get a block. Hard run around the right edge. Gain of about 6. Maybe. And we got a flag on the play. Been in the theme of the night. Another penalty. I believe it's on the Vikings on that one. Maybe a hold around that side. See what they call here. Holding on the Vikings. Yeah. So that'll back him up from the spot.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Ball at the 25-yard line. So second down and 21 yards to go.
Second down and 21.
Man, it was a 6-yard gain, turned into a 14-yard loss. Snap back, Bankson. Broken play, busted play, gonna be brought down to the backfield on that one. That was a great stop. That was Ballison and Cox in the backfield. And Benefield in on that one too. A meeting of the minds in the backfield. So a loss on the play of 2 yards. So 3rd down, 23 for the Vikings, going backwards here. 6:17 left in the 3rd quarter. They got the lead, 21-9. Sandpoint playing tough here in the start the 2nd half. Inspired football. Bankson back to pass. Deep pass down the middle. He's got a receiver over, shoots him. He was looking for his receiver, Griffin, who was breaking away but couldn't complete it. And it brings up 4th down. Sandpoint hanging tough. Things weren't going their way, and man, they start hot here, and they could very easily make this a tight one the way they've been running the ball. So Coeur d'Alene's going to drop back to punt here. 4th down and 23. I would be absolutely shocked if they did a fake here. As the punt's up and away, decent kick. It's going to be fielded. Actually, it's going to fall dead and take a backward bounce and finally be stopped. Decent field position, 43-yard line is where Sandpoint's going to start with the ball on offense. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Knutson Chevrolet. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Chevrolet, you'll find it at Knutson Chevrolet in Post Falls, Idaho. Browse their selection online at www.knutson.com or visit the showroom at 1900 East Polston Avenue in Post Falls. Knutson Chevrolet, where friends have made friends since 1939. Knutson Chevrolet for all your automotive needs, proud supporters of North Idaho athletics. Find new roads at Knutson Chevrolet. So Parker Pettit brings out the offense as Garrett Cox is going to take a breather and Owen Wimmer is going to be in the backfield. So Pettit's going to drop back. He's rolling to his right. He's looking for help. He's looking for receiver. Throws it in. Almost picked off. Defended by Langley. He was looking for his receiver, Robry. So 2nd down and 10. It's only the 11th pass attempt on the night. So Pettit's going to be in the gun. Single back with him is Cox. He's going to hand it, fakes it. Swing pass out to left. He was looking for Max Frank and overshoots him and throws it out of bounds. So 3rd down and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. Sandpoint see if they can capitalize on the Coeur d'Alene punt. And Coeur d'Alene on their heels and lost 13 yards on that last drive. As Pettit's in the gun, he's got Cox behind him, 3 receivers to the right. Rushes on. He's got a defender in his face. Puts up a beautiful ball, but overshoots his receiver. He was looking for Vandenberg. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So Sandpoint goes 3 and out. They're going to punt here on 4th down. 5:43 left in the 3rd quarter. A solid ball game. 21-9, the lead for the Vikings. I believe Will Hurst is going to be back to punt for Sandpoint. We did see a few quick kicks last week, too, from Pettit, as we got a flag on the play. See what we got here. Maybe got him to jump across the line of scrimmage. Nope, they got a false start on the offense. Excuse me, as I inhaled a gnat. So 4th down and 15 now. Ball at the 37-yard line. Rigby up big on Post Falls, 49-14. Snap back, punts up and away, high kick. That's to be fair caught. And muffed, and Coeur d'Alene might have did fall back on it. And that ball's going to be spotted just about the 30-yard line of the Vikings, where they'll set up shop on offense. Some more scores around the state skyline over Thunder Ridge, 32-18. Excuse me. It's like a two to eat that at. Lakeland and Columbia. Lakeland's still up in that one. That one's late. Obviously, we got a great ball game here. As Coeur d'Alene's going to come back out on offense as Bankston and company. Braden Bankston has been solid in this one in the passing game. Running game for the Vikings has absolutely struggled tonight as they're approaching negative yardage total in the ball game. Shotgun. Bankston drops back. He's looking to pass. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a defender on his heels, and he's going to drag him down for a sack and a loss. And that's number 2, Ballison again. Ballison on the sack. So we got a loss of 3. So Coeur d'Alene continues to backpedal on offense here in the second half. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. As Bankston's going to call out the signals here. I called it was going to be a close game tonight. It's been that so far. Snap way over the head of Bankston. It's rolling towards the end zone. Let's see if who can fall on it as it was still on the dirt, and Bankston's going to wrangle it. But, man, that is a huge loss. As it's going to be down at the 8-yard line of the Vikings, maybe the 7. Huge loss. So a loss of 15, maybe. Yeah, 17 yards loss. So it's third down and 32 yards to go. Third down and 32. So Coeur d'Alene empty set. Snap, Bankston rolls out to his left. He's looking for help. He dodges one defender, rolls back to his right, finally lets loose, looking for a man. Skips it in front of his intended receiver. And great defense by number 21, Luke McCorkle, the DB for Sandpoint. Brings up 4th down and a mile. I mean, we're talking 4th down in Bonners Ferry right now. Coeur d'Alene's going to have to punt. The punter's going to be in the end zone. Dangerous territory for the Vikings. See if Sandpoint comes with a rush here. See if they can get a block. Regardless, Sandpoint's going to get good field position out of this one. Coeur d'Alene's got a player running on late. Snap back. Finally gets a kick off and away. Tumbling kick. It's going to hit at about the 45. Close to midfield, crosses midfield, going to be down at the 48. Sandpoint's going to get great field position, 52 yards away from the end zone with 3:44 left here in the third quarter. The defense of the Bulldogs has been absolutely stellar in the second half. Total offense for Coeur d'Alene in the second half so far is, I want to say it's negative 50 yards of offense in the second half. So great job by the Bulldogs. Close to negative 50 yards after the penalties and losses and sacks. So Sandpoint, Parker Pettit and company is going to come out at the 48-yard line on their own 48. Garrett Cox in the backfield with him. Waiting the snap. He's going to hand off, keep it. He's going to get swarmed under. Keeper no gain. He's going to actually lose yards. Probably a loss of 3 on the play. Cope, guess who, in the backfield. All-state defensive end. Getting plenty of D1 looks. So Pettit in the shotgun. Cox behind him. Single back. Second down and 13 yards. Snap. He's going to roll out. Blitz. Thrown up for his life. Lands in the lap of Cox. Actually, probably both guys were lucky that fell incomplete because Cox was about to get obliterated. But Cope was coming untouched, and Pettit just had to throw up a prayer and falls incomplete. So 3rd down, 13 now for the Bulldogs. Ball to 45-yard line. 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of football left to be played. As Pettit gets the snap, he's going to drop back. He's looking for help. He's got a receiver out to his right. Vandenberg gets a nice catch, breaks the tackle. He's getting on the right sideline. 20, 15, 10, knocked out of bounds. Big gain on 3rd down and 13. Huge gain. Wow. Gain of 45. 45 yards on the play. Pitch and catch to Vandenberg. Cox inside handoff over the right side to the 5-10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Just like that, come down the field. Bulldogs all the momentum in the 2nd half. Garrett Cox, 11-yard touchdown run. We got a ball game, folks. It's 21-15. Sandpoint waiting the extra point. We still got two and a half minutes left here in the 3rd quarter of play. And Coeur d'Alene is just absolutely stalled on offense. So kicks up and away and good. And 21-16 ball game, 3rd quarter of play. 2:39 left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back in 30 seconds here on IdahoSports.com.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
And we are back here in Sandpoint. Sandpoint just goes down the field, 55 yards, hits pay dirt on it. Well, they had a 45-yard gain down the right sideline to Vandenberg from Pettit, and then next play punches it in from just over 10 yards out from Garrett Cox. And here we are, 21-16 ball game. And Coeur d'Alene has been struggling is an understatement on offense here in the 2nd half. It looks a lot like the first half of that Lehigh game last week. The Vikings have really kind of come discombobulated as their running game is non-existent tonight, as they've got negative 30 yards rushing in the ball game. So 2:39 left here in the 3rd quarter of play. Sandpoint's going to kick it off here as Coeur d'Alene's got Griffin back to receive, as well as number 21, Tanner Langley. The boot put to it, and going to go down. That's going to go to Griffin. He's going to bring the ball across 15-yard line. Has a defender, dodges one tackle. He's around to the 20, up the left sideline. He dodges another tackle. He's still on his feet, across the 35, finally down to the 36-yard line. So nice return. And Sandpoint's got the ball. They're wanting to say, they're going to talk about it because they don't know who has it, as that ball may have been stripped as he went down. We'll see if Sandpoint gets the turnover here. That would be a huge turn of events. Because he may have lost that ball going down. Griffin may have lost it on the way down. They're going to say he was down, and they're not going to give Sandpoint the ball. That was, you don't get any more 50-50 than that call. Holy cow. That would have been a huge turn of events if the cork would have came off this place. So we've got a Coeur d'Alene player down the right side over there. Looks like a cramp they're stretching out. As Griffin was coming back to the sideline and had a cramp. And they'll get him over to the sideline. So Coeur d'Alene's going to have the ball at the 35-yard line. A 30-yard return from Griffin. So Bankston and company's going to come out. They got to get something moving on offense because they've been struggling here in the 2nd half. They're negative so far. As Troy DiAgostino checks in at wide receiver for the Vikings. Bankston drops back. He's got time to throw. He's just looking for a receiver. Finally finds a man. He's going to throw across the middle, incomplete, but we got a flag on the play. Might be holding on the defense. May have been why he was having such a tough time finding a receiver, so we'll see what the call is here. That ball is intended for Cope. Let's see, we've got holding on the defense. We have 10 yards in the first down. Sandpoint's had a relatively clean game as far as penalties go. Only 4 in the game so far. 29 total yards of penalty yardage. Sorry, 32 yards of total penalty yardage. Just Bankston bobbles a snap, finally gets it to his receiver across the middle. About an 11-yard gain for the first down. He hit Evan Mallory on the slant. So 11-yard gain there on first down. Coeur d'Alene finally getting some offense moving as they're going in the right direction here in the second half for the first time. So Bankston's waiting for the snap. He's going to drop back. He's looking to pass again. He's got time. He's got all day. He's going to drop back again. Loops back around the right side. Finally looking for a receiver. Scramble drill. And I think he hit his man. It was Cope on the right side for a gain of 6. We'll see if they give him the catch. And they say it's going to skip in incomplete. That's kind of interesting. Nobody actually called it incomplete. They just threw the ball back to the line of scrimmage. So second down at 10. Bankston in the shotgun. Gets the snap, drops back to pass. Here comes the rush. Benefield lights him up. It's going to fall incomplete. They're going to get a flag on the play. I don't know. Okay. We'll see what it is, but man. Benefield lights up Bankston, and I don't know. They're going to call it late hit. I don't know, but that is. They're going to holding on the Vikings. It's going to be declined and bring up third down. We'll see. They got a hold on the play, not. Okay, that makes the fans a little bit more happy. They'll bring up second down at 20. We'll see. Actually, from the spot, that'll bring up. That's a 14-yard loss. Man, another penalty from the Vikings. That was deep. Sorry, not 14. That's a. Yeah, it is a 14-yard loss. So we're going to bring up second down, and 24 yards here. 1:24 left here in the third quarter. I keep second guessing myself. My math's actually correct for once. Was never my strong subject. It's Bankston's at quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Second down and a mile. Drops back, looking for help. He's winging over the left side. It's going to go incomplete, hit the turf. Brings up third down and long. Pressure brought again by the Bulldogs. His number 55, Laybourne, came up the middle and put the pressure on Bankston. 21-16, Coeur d'Alene with the lead here in the third quarter. Excellent ball game. Tale of two halves for the Vikings. First half, they were lighting it up, and now they have been absolutely just stagnant. See if they can get something going here. Third down and 25. Big stand on defense for the Bulldogs if they can get the ball back. They've been hot here, scoring on consecutive drives to start the second half. Bankston's going to drop back to pass. He's going to swing it out to the right. He's got a receiver. That's Collier. Picks up 10, and he's going to be knocked down. on an 11-yard gain.
Pass complete down to the 49-yard line. West Penfield pushes them out of bounds. Rob Collier on the play.
So still 4th down and long. Gonna ball the 49-yard line.
And 16.
54 seconds and counting left here in the third quarter. The snap goes back to the punter. He's going to kick it away. Nice kick. It's going to go sky high. It's going to hit at the 10, bounce straight up, and it's going to be down inside the 5. Fumble that out. Oh, the defender had it at the 2 and went off of his thigh pad and out the back of the end zone. And a touchback. What could have been disastrous for Sandpoint. Turns out to be pretty fortuitous for them, as they're going to start with decent field position. Well, they're going to start at 20, better than the 2 for first down for them. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Inside Advisors Insurance Services in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. They're an independent insurance brokerage specializing in home, auto, commercial, and everything in between. If you need a free quote, give them a call, 208-660-2019, or visit their website at www.insightadvisors.net for more information. Proud supporters of academics and athletics here in North Idaho. Sandpoint's going to set up shop at the 20-yard line. Parker Pettit going to be in the shotgun. He's got Cox in the backfield with him. He's going to keep it right at the middle. Dodges one tackle, and he's going to bring it up to the 24, just shy of the 25, as we've got a defender still on the ground. So they're going to give him a gain of 4 on first down. And we'll see as we got maybe some cramps going on. I think that's what's happening on the field. Some more scores from around the state. Highland up big on Logan. That one I believe has gone final. Rocky Mountain and Mountain View in a tight one down there in southern Idaho, as we get the defender up off the field. That was number 30, Judah Laurie. Gonna head to the sideline. So 2nd down and 6 yards to go as the clock runs at 25 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Pettit in the shotgun. He's got Cox behind him, up back to the left. Cox gets a handoff. One blocker. He's going to dodge a tackle. He's about on the right side. Puts another stiff arm down. He's across the 40, the 45, 50, across the 45, and down to the 40-yard line. Huge run. 36 yards on 2nd down. First down and 10, Sandpoint. Ball spot at the 40-yard line. And we got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back here in about 1 minute here on IdahoSports.com.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype, because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
And we are back at Sandpoint, 21-16 as we start the fourth quarter of play. Sandpoint been rolling big in the second half. Coeur d'Alene dashed out to the quick 21-0 lead, but it's been all Sandpoint, 16 unanswered for the Bulldogs, and they're threatening here in the start the fourth quarter of play. So Parker Pettit's going to be in the shotgun, ball at the 40-yard line. So it was officially a gain of 37 as the Coeur d'Alene defender may have came across the neutral zone. No flag. Owen Wimmer, nice run there on first down. He's going to pick up 7. Langley on the tackle. So second down and short now for the Bulldogs.
Ball at the 33-yard line. It'll be second down and 7. 3. Second down and 3.
So second 3, Pettit in the gun. Sandpoint's been able to impose their will here in the second half. See if they can close things out. Pitch out to the left side. Cox is going to throw, running back, toss back. He's got a receiver down left side. Inside, touchdown! Garrett Cox! To Connor Hinberg down the left side on the halfback pass. 33 yards for the touchdown. When it rains, it pours, I guess. Hinberg in the game, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns. 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns for 54 yards receiving. I mean, you don't really get much better of a stat line than that one. As Sandpoint's going to line up for the 2-point conversion, as they've got the 1-point lead right now, 22-21. What a half for the Bulldogs. It's been an awesome ball game. So 2-point conversion on the way for Sandpoint. They're going to choose the left hash. Pettit under center, wing T formation. He's going to hand off to the running back and swallowed nothing doing. No gain on the 2-point try, but guess what? Bulldogs are back. It's 22-21. Sandpoint with the lead over the Vikings. And the crowd is letting them hear it. 11-18 left here in the ball game. If Brandon Bainey's listening, I told you so. What a second half for Sandpoint. Holy cow. Not only is Garrett Coxon running the ball well tonight, he just threw a touchdown pass for 33 yards to a sophomore. I want to thank one of our sponsors. Trying to catch our breath here. Thank a sponsor, Portable Cedar Cabins. Portable Cedar Cabins of Spirit Lake builds custom park model and tiny model cabins that utilize every nook and cranny for user efficiency and comfort. The open, spacious rooms, combined with innovative design, brings home that quality, that living experience you get from a full-size house. Check out their work and find out more information online at www.portablecedarcabins.com. It's a great place to work, too. You can visit them at 241 Industrial Park in Spirit Lake, Idaho. For employment opportunities, contact Dave at Portable Cedar Cabins, who wants to wish the Sandpoint Bulldogs good luck in tonight's ball game. Kickoff up and away. Deep kick. It's going to be left side. And then bobbled, finally picked up by the return man. He's going to get swallowed under 11-yard line. That was Potter trying to bring it back, and he gets swarmed under. Max Frank on the tackle. So the struggle has been real for the Vikings right now. So I believe they're still at negative yardage here in the second half. As Bankston's going to be in the shotgun. Single up back is Collier. He's going to drop back. Slant pattern. Finds his receiver. Nice gain there on first down. They're going to pick up the 13, maybe 14 yards. And that was to number 6. That was Mallory on the reception. So 15 yards on the gain. As Bankston's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to get the snap, drop back, looking for a receiver. He's got a man down the sideline, finally throws it underneath. Finds his man again, gain of 5 on first down. That was to Evan Mallory. He was tackled by Luke McCorkle and Wes Benefield. So 2nd and 5 for the Vikings. Ball on the 33-yard line with 10:22 left here in the ballgame. They trail by 1. And we're setting up for a barn burner of a finish. As Bankston gets the ball, handoff inside, brought down behind the line of scrimmage, loss of 1. That was Benefield and number 4, Merrick Bach on the tackle for loss. So 3rd down, 6 yards, ball on the 32-yard line. 9:40 and counting left in the ball game. Sandpoint up 1 as Cox checks back in on defense. Bach put in a solid effort there on his spot duty. Collier in the backfield. Bankston in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Bankston looking for help. He's going to roll to his left. He's got a man, breaks free. Tumbled up the end zone. Oh! It was knocked up and couldn't get his hands on it. Almost intercepted. It's going to fall incomplete. We got more laundry on the field. We'll see what we got here. They might have defensive holding. Might be the call. We'll see. Kind of looked like that from the spot where the flag came from in the secondary. They got pass interference on the defense. Maybe that was away from the pass, but still nonetheless. So 15 yards on the play. So ball at the 47-yard line now. .9:20 left in the ball game. Coeur d'Alene trails by 1, 22-21. Bankston in the shotgun for the Vikings. He drops back, finds a slot, throws it over the top of the slant, incomplete. Good defense by the Bulldogs there. Intended for Mallory. McCorkle on the defense there. 9:17 left. 3 timeouts left for each team as well. It's a 1-point game, 22-21. Heck of a ball game, man. This has been an awesome game. Absolutely awesome game. Handoff. Collier, right side. Cross midfield. He's going to get knocked out of bounds. Gets sent through the cheerleading section and through one of the coaches. We'll see if he's okay. He's still over there and went sliding into the crowd. He's backing up and over. First down run there. They're close to first. Picks up 8 on the carry. Interesting. What happened on the sideline? It had more of everybody's attention than the actual play. So 3rd down and 2. As the crowd gets cranked up again. Vikings up at the line of scrimmage. Tight bunch formation, power motion across the right side. Bankston gets it across for the first down. We'll see. He's close. He's close. Actually, that's a bit of a wildcat look as they brought in Potter to run that one. It's an interesting look, and they're going to give him the first down. 3-yard carry from Potter. They call it 2, but that's a long 2. So 9 minutes left in the game. 4th quarter. 22-21 Bulldogs with the lead. They've been playing a stellar game on defense. I'll tell you what. This is a scrappy Sandpoint team. If you haven't voted them number 1 in the state, they've earned it. Dropping back to pass. Bankston rolls to his left. He's looking for a man, throws it back across the field. McCorkle knocks it away, falls incomplete. Second down at 10. That was the 25th attempt in the ball game. So second down at 10. Vikings trail by 1. They are across midfield now. Ball spotted the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs. Trips to the left. Single back is Collier to the right. Julio has not been in the game since the second quarter. Bankston finally dumps underneath Collier. He has got a man around the right side. Breaks one tackle, slips through across the 30, and then out of bounds. And that's where they're going to spot it, and they're going to give him a gain of 13 on the play. Flag on the play. There's a shocker. What started a clean game has just been, I think it's just the teams are trying so dang hard. It's getting physical, and players are getting tired and holding on a little bit. And they're going to get holding on the Vikings, I believe. Yeah, that's the call. So holding against the Vikings, so that'll negate the first down gain. Because of where the spot was. So that's going to bring up second down. And 16 yards to go. So ball spotted back at the 49-yard line.
It is second down and 16.
That's the 10th penalty in the game by the Vikings. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this one. Sandpoint clings to a 1-point lead. Coeur d'Alene just across midfield. Bankston in the shotgun. He's going to get the snap, drop back. He's looking to pass deep down the right sideline. He's got a receiver. That's Cope. He goes up, and bobble knocked out of bounds. Great defense out there by Luke McCorkle. He takes the All-State D-end right out of bounds and just uses the boundary as an extra defender. I'll tell you, Luke McCorkle is an impressive DB out there. He's having a whale of a ball game. So third down and 16 yards to go. Coeur d'Alene in the shotgun. Ball at the 49-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Running back to the left. Bankston's waiting for the snap. He's going to drop back. He's looking for help. He's got a receiver open on the left sideline on the edge. And nice pass there over the corner. And that's going to be good for a gain of about 14. So they're still going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. Langley on the reception. So fourth down. A long 2, maybe 3 yards here. Actually, that's a full 3. Not a generous spot there. So timeout by Coeur d'Alene. They're going to think about things. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back here on IdahoSports.com.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas.
That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors.
The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth behind the haze.
And we are back here in Sandpoint. And it's been an awesome second half of football. Sandpoint's really turned things on. They got the 22-21 lead over the Vikings. They have scored 22 unanswered. Yeah, 22 unanswered points in this ballgame to come storming back and take the lead in an absolute dogfight here in an IEL 5A, 4A matchup. The Sandpoint, the number 2 4A team in the state of Idaho, leading the Vikings, the perennial 5A champ here in North Idaho and a perennial favorite for the state title. It's been a tough night on offense for the Vikings here in the second half. as they're looking at 4th down and 3. As we break the timeout, we're going to bring it back out. Left hash. Bankston's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Collier in the backfield with him. 3 bunch receivers to the left. Single wide out to the right is Cope. Motion, Mallory across the formation. He's going to hit him on the right flat. He's going to get across the 30 to the 29, which will be good enough for the first down. Langley on the catch. Langley on the reception.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, Vikings.
So ball on the 29-yard line, a pickup of 8 there on 4th down. So 1st down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Bankston in the shotgun. 2 receivers way out wide to the left. He's going to pass, nice slant pattern. He hits Sanders right, bounces off one defender, picks up an extra 4 or 5 yards, and a huge gain. That's close to 15, 16 yards. That was, I believe they gave that reception to Griffin. These numbers are so hard to see, I tell you what. 16 on the gain. Seven minutes left in the ball game. Coeur d'Alene driving now, ball on the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal. 4th quarter, 22-21. Sandpoint's got the lead. Coeur d'Alene threatening here, hasn't scored since early in the 2nd quarter. Bankston rolls out to the left. He's looking for help. He's got pressure from Cox. He skips it in front of his intended receiver and out of bounds. Cox drags the quarterback. Bankston, he's going to draw a penalty flag. Doesn't hurt him a ton because the ball spotted at 10, but it will be half the distance to the goal. He had hands on him and just kind of ran with him out of bounds as Bankston hit the turf across the out of bounds mark, and I think they're going to say that was probably a personal foul, late hit out of bounds. So 6:30 left. Another penalty in this game. Does bring back 1st down, obviously, but half the distance to the goal. So ball on the 5-yard line. 1st down and goal. So you got 3 receivers out to the left. Langley in the slot to the left. Collier in the backfield. Julio's been on the sideline since the 2nd quarter. It's been the difference for the Vikings. They hit the slant pattern out to the left side. Kind of a bubble screen look for a gain of 2, maybe 3. I like that slant bubble concept out there was effective and got the corner kind of conflicted.
Gain of 2 on the play, Luke Corporal.
I want to say that was Mallory on the reception, so gain of 2. So 3rd down, 3 yards from the 3-yard line, so 3rd and goal from the 3. 6:33 left here in the ball game. 22-21, Sandpoint up. Rush and stopped, stoned right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So 4th down and goal from the 3. We'll see if the Vikings come out and go for a field goal here. Who knows? It's a 1-point game. 22-21. Sandpoint with the lead. If they get a stop here, this is huge. Coeur d'Alene's got their opportunity to score. See if they take the points. We got clock running. Clock's still running. Clock is still running. I have no idea what's going on, so I don't know if there's a clock operation issue, but about 20, close to 20 seconds has come off the clock right now. I think they had to make a runoff. I have no idea. What's going on with the clock? Does anybody see it? 40 seconds has ran off the clock without anybody even noticing. What in the world is going on? As Coeur d'Alene lines up for the field goal, kicks it up and through, and it's good. Coeur d'Alene's going to take the lead back. 24-22, they're up by 2. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back here on IdahoSports.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
So we're back here in Memorial Stadium in Sandpoint. Coeur d'Alene just takes the lead back 24-22. The Vikings hit a short field goal, a 21-yarder. And what was a clock issue, I don't know what's going on there, but about 46 seconds ran off the clock. And the officials are meeting about it, but I don't know if anybody's actually going to adjust it or not. But they're going to give a sideline warning as the crowd is really piled in over on the Coeur d'Alene side. Nobody's saying anything about the clock. I was talking to one of the fans about it during the break because there's 5:19 left here in the ball game. I don't know, it could come back to haunt somebody. We'll see, but we are ready to kick things off here. The Vikings with a 2-point lead on the Bulldogs. Things getting interesting here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Deep kick picked up. McCorkle's going to bring it across the 5. He's at the 10. He's looking for help. He might break one tackle, finds a little seam. He's going to get brought down to the 19. And that's where Sandpoint will start with 5:13 left here in the ballgame. So Parasini on the tackle. So first down to 10 for Sandpoint. As we're waiting for Parker Pettit and company to come out to start this one out and see if they can get some offense going. They need a big score. They need a field goal to take the lead back, but give them the win. But we'll see what they can do in offense. They've been running the ball extremely well here in the second half as Pettit's going to drop back, screen pass. Cox on the left side. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's going to pick up across the 25 to the 30, get knocked out of bounds and swung out. And we'll see, that's close, but big gain there, 11 yards on first down. So first down for the Bulldogs. So Pettit's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to keep it running around the left side. He's going to be dropped for a loss of 5. That was a keeper all the way and just nothing doing. So Jackson Berger, the senior linebacker on the tackle, the tackle for loss.
6 on the play, will be second down and 16.
So second, 16. That was a loss of 6 on first down. So Pettit back in the gun. He's got Cox in the backfield with him. Waits for the snap. He's going to hand off Cox right side. He's going to go up the middle, dodges one tackle. He's across the 30 to the 31. So he's going to get back the original loss plus 1.
Cox 7 yards on the play. Tackled by Parasini.
So Parasini on the tackle for the Vikings. So third down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Pettit's back to pass, left side. He's got a receiver close to the first down. He's got the first down and then some. Pick up of about 11 yards to Vandenberg. Vandenberg picks up the first. So life comes back again for Sandpoint. When they were stuck third and long, get the first down to start things off here. First down at 10. Pettit's back to pass. He's going to get it out to Max Frank. He's going to pick up a couple on the Little bubble screen. 4 yards on the gain. So under center is Pettit, wing T look. He's going to take the snap, hand off, Cox inside. Drop, nothing doing, no gain. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Cox on the carry. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 6. Cameron Coeur.
Yeah, I told you we're in for a barn burner this week, and man, it has been nothing but 24-22. Coeur d'Alene with the lead. Sandpoint's got the ball driving. 3rd down and 6 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this ball game. I think they're trying to chew some clock here, but 3 minutes left as finally Pettit's going to get the snap. He's going to drop back. He's looking for help. Got a receiver, skips it in front of him. Intended for Max Frank, going to fall incomplete. Going to be now 4th down and 6 to go as Sandpoint is down by 2, 24-22. So witching hour now for the Bulldogs. They need to get something going here. And we're going to get a timeout on the field. And I think a wise decision here is they need to talk about things and get a play drawn up and what they're going to do. We'll take a quick 15-second break. We'll be right back here on IdahoSports.com.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas.
That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors.
The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
And we are back. Memorial Stadium here in Sandpoint, Idaho. Coeur d'Alene's got the 2-point lead, 24-22. The only points they've got in the second half, 3 points on a field goal. And that's where we stand right now. Is we are, man, it's been a tight ball game. Sandpoint came storming back 22 unanswered to take the lead. And Coeur d'Alene drove down the field and got the 21-yard field goal in their last drive to take the lead. Sandpoint's looking at 4th down and 6 now. And not much time left. Big play here. Could be, they could have a chance. I mean, they got 2 timeouts left. They could have a chance to get the ball back if they turn it over here, but they want the 1st down. They want the points. Put the pressure back on the Vikings. As Pettit's going to be in the shotgun with Cox in the backfield next to him. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 4th and 6. Snap, goes back to Pettit. Pass inside, nice out route. Big play, 7-yard gain. Vandenberg on the reception, 1st down. New set of downs for the Bulldogs as they got life. Parasiti on the tackle for the Vikings, so 2:44 and counting, 1st down and 10. Bulldogs down by 2. Inside handoff. Cox over the right side. One defender goes through another. He picks up a tough 3-yard gain on 1st down. I mean, they're slowly moving their way into field goal territory. They want the touchdown. But more than anything, they're taking time off that clock. They like to run the ball, but man, that 45 seconds coming off the clock unnoticed, it could be coming back to bite somebody here. Pettit's in the shotgun. He's going to get the snap. He's going to hand off to Cox over the right side. He's got a couple blockers out there. He's going to try to hit the corner, and he's going to get dropped for a gain of 2. So 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 5 here. Ball in the 40. 1:41 left here in the ball game. 4th quarter. Coeur d'Alene's clinging to a 2-point lead, 24-22. Bulldogs driving. They're in Viking territory. Pettit in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cox, the up back next to him. Handoff, Cox, left side. He's going to run through a defender. He's going to get dropped for a 6-yard loss on third down. And more than anything, that clock continues to run. Give me fourth down and a long 10. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Coach Knowles is going to have to talk things over. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back here on IdahoSports.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
And we are back. Fourth quarter, 1:02 left in the ball game. Fourth down and 10. Sandpoint's got the ball. They need a first down. They need to get to the 35-yard line, or just past the 35-yard line for a first down. Or looks like this one is over. They got one timeout left. They're down 2, 24-22. Coeur d'Alene clinging to the 2-point lead. This has been an amazing ball game, a tale of two halves. Regardless of outcome, Sandpoint's got my vote. They need to move up in the rankings after they played in this game in the second half. Parker Pettit in the backfield. He's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Garrett Cox next to him. Up back to the right, 2 receivers to the right. Snap, Pettit drops back. He's looking for help. He's got a defender in his face right around him and sacked. Dropped for a big loss and a turnover on downs. That's a 9-yard loss, and Coeur d'Alene's going to get the ball back. The valiant comeback is going to come up just short. But there's a flag on the play on the sideline, probably a sideline infraction. It's not going to be during the play. Just be probably in addition to the turnover. So it'll be another penalty on the Vikings. Tell you what, offensively, Sandpoint was a more impressive team. The turnovers, the 2 turnovers on downs early in the game, coming back to haunt them. Because they're going to get a penalty on Coeur d'Alene, but I don't know if it's during the play. It's still going to be Coeur d'Alene ball. Yeah. Fans thought they got a glimpse of life, but it not to be so. Coeur d'Alene's going to get the ball at the 39. And we're probably going to expect to see victory formation here. So we're going to have some stats for you and wrap this one up at the end of this one. As we got 56 seconds left here, as Coeur d'Alene's going to probably take a couple knees and go home with their 2-point win over Sandpoint, the 4A team that, man, played an absolute whale of a game in the second half. It was 21-2 at halftime. Sandpoint came back and opened with touchdowns through the second half, and they got 3 scores and just couldn't quite overcome and get a stop there. Fourth down and 3, they had Coeur d'Alene backed up, and Coeur d'Alene finally knocked through the field goal from 21 out to take 2-point lead, and that's where we stand with the last play of the game here coming, a kneel, and that's going to stop the clock under 20 seconds, and it's going to continue to run, and they're going to celebrate the victories. The Coeur d'Alene Vikings head over to the other sideline, celebrating with their fans and teammates, and hats off to the Sandpoint Bulldog team. A gritty performance by the Bulldogs that have to feel like, they could have probably come away with this victory. A moral victory of sorts, you could say, 4A and 5A team. But Sandpoint is battle-tested as the zeros hit the clock. Final score, Coeur d'Alene Vikings 24, the Sandpoint Bulldogs 22. We're going to take a couple-minute break for some commercials, and we'll be back with stats and wrap things up with the IdahoSports.com player of the game. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes here on Idaho Sports.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
We're a Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you. At Valley-wide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valley-wide. And yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
And we are back at the conclusion of this one. Zeros have hit the clock, and the Coeur d'Alene Vikings come out victorious with the 22-21 victory. Sorry, 24-22 victory over the Sandpoint Bulldogs here on the shores of Lake Pend Oreille. A beautiful evening for football and a great game. Very entertaining. A tale of two halves. Coeur d'Alene struggled mightily in the second half, but they closed things out when they needed to get a long drive and a field goal to close it out and get the 2-point win as they hit a 21-yard field goal with about 2.5 to 3 minutes left in the ball game. Didn't leave Sandpoint much time to try to drive down the field, and then they finally got dropped for a sack and a tough way to end the game because Sandpoint in the second half went on a tear, scoring 22 unanswered to lead much of the third end of the third, most of the fourth quarter, 22-21, and some amazing football tonight. We knew it was going to be a great game. We just didn't know it was going to be this close. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back with our IdahoSports.com player of the game and wrap things up here from Sandpoint.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
And we are back. So I forgot to mute my mic as I was doing my end of the game statistics, but statistics in the ball game. Braden Bankston, the quarterback for the Coeur d'Alene Vikings, he was 21 of 31 for 243 and 2 touchdowns. A good night for him. The storyline for the Vikings, though, 17 rushes for 4 yards. So Sandpoint's defense, heck of a ball game. Hats off to them. I could give them my helmet sticker, but Bankston had a great night. Passing, 13 of 18. Parker Pettit, 125. Garrett Cox, 1 of 1 for 33 yards and a touchdown. And then Garrett Cox rushing the ball, 24 carries in the ball game for 154 yards and a touchdown. I hate giving the losing team, but man, how you throw for a touchdown, run for a touchdown. You got $154 plus throw for 33. I'm going to give out 2 players of the game. It's going to have Coeur d'Alene's Braden Bankston, the player, IdahoSports.com player of the game, and then obviously Garrett Cox, a senior, 154 yards rushing on 24 carries. Great game by both teams, so we'll give him the player of the game as well. This has been the IdahoSports.com production and Game Streams production, North Idaho Game Night. Major sponsors who will make this coverage possible is your local Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places, Valley-wide cooperative stores, and Project Filter. Stop smoking and start living. We'd like to thank our local advertisers tonight, Knutson Chevrolet, also Inside Advisors Insurance Services, and Sergeant's Restaurant, Super One Foods, and Custom Built Log Home. So, hey, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Congratulations, Coeur d'Alene Vikings, victorious 24-22 over the Sandpoint Bulldogs here in North Idaho. Next week, we're going to be live from Kellogg. I believe we have Orfino at Kellogg.